Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to today's video where we're gonna be going through 3 ways that you can get to $10,000 a month. And the reason why that's the benchmark we're gonna be going for is because for most people, $10,000 a month is enough to be a full-time entrepreneur and to replace their income. And if $10,000 a month is not enough to put you on a path to being a full-time entrepreneur, why the heck are you watching videos about how to become an entrepreneur? So in this video, I'm gonna go through the 3 ways that I would recommend that somebody who is new on their journey get to $10,000 a month in profit. But you should know that all 3 of these are gonna take some time. And by some time, I mean at least 90 days to hit pay dirt. So pick the one that is the most exciting for you and put in the time to be able to start see some momentum. And just so you know, the 3rd one that I'm gonna go through is a little bit of a mind twister. It's gonna bring up some resistance from you, but I promise you, it's actually the fastest way to get to $10,000 a month if you can wrap your head around it. Now, I also want you to know that these are not theoretical ways. I personally have made $10,000 a month from all 3 of these strategies, but I've also been an entrepreneur since 2006. So this is not theoretical, this actually works. I've tested them, and these are ways that I have personally made money. The first way is the simplest way. It's in some ways the easiest way, but it's also the most boring way. And that is to take on consulting clients. Now, for most people, if you work a full-time job, there are things about your full-time job that you could leverage as a business and replace your income from your job with consulting clients. Here's what I mean. When I first moved to Austin, Texas, it was back in 2013, I was kind of in between things. I was in between businesses, I was in between periods of my life, and I was kind of starting over again. And I had paid for college, I had paid for my life up to that point by writing emails, by writing sales emails for myself and for other people. And I'd gotten pretty good at it over several years of doing it. So in between businesses, while I was changing directions in my life, I put it out there to my network that I was taking on email marketing clients. And I actually charged $4,000 a month for each one of those clients. I had 3 of them at the time, so I had $12,000 a month in income from 3 clients. And I reserved 1 to 2 days a week to work with those clients. And again, all I was doing was writing their sales emails using what had worked for me in the past. What I did was I basically went out to businesses that I knew had email lists. I saw where they were leaving some money on the table, and I picked up that money and helped them put it in their bank account. And I took a small piece of it. I kind of marketed myself as saying, I'm gonna give you $100,000 and you're gonna give me a little piece of it in exchange for my time. I was young and kind of new to the consulting world, so I actually think I undercharged for the amount of value that I was creating for people. But at the time, that income was really helpful for me while I was figuring out what I was gonna do with the next stage of my career. Now, I also know somebody who came from the corporate world who did the exact same thing, where they had a specific type of client in the corporate world. She was basically an account manager at a big firm. And when she left her corporate job, she said, all right, I'm now taking on clients that need the same type of account management that I was doing for my previous employer. And she was able to very quickly replace her income by taking the same skill set that she was cultivating in her corporate job and take it over to people who are willing to pay for it. The interesting thing about working a full-time job is there's really like a few things that you do that bring the amount of value that they're paying you for, and the rest is meetings and wasted time and corporate BS that you should be doing anyway, but you have to do to appease your boss. If you don't have a boss and you're just bringing the result to a specific client, then you can charge them the same amount that you were getting paid full time because you're bringing the direct result to them rather than filling up a spot on their payroll. So the fastest way to get to $10,000 a month is really to have 3 clients that pay you $3,500 a month, or 5 clients that pay you $2,000 a month for whatever your core skill set is, and you being a part-time person that is only focused on the result that you can give them, whether that is Facebook advertising, or it's YouTube management, or it's search engine optimization, or it's bringing your customer experience processes into a new organization, if it's increasing profits in some area of the business, whatever it is that brings the most value to where you work right now, bring that to clients. And the way that you can market yourself to get clients is simply by making a list of people that you would love to do business with, going into their business. Like, I had one person do a screen recording of one of my sales pages and give me feedback and tips about how I could improve my sales page. And then we hired that person to actually make the changes. So if you add value and you look to help companies that you would like to do business with, and you just go in with that attitude, there's a really good chance that you get the gig. So that's the fastest, most direct way to get to $10,000 a month. All right, the second way that you can get to $10,000 a month is actually the way that I paid for college and started my first business back in 2006. Now, the strange thing is this strategy still works to this day, and if I was starting all over again, I wouldn't do much different than what I did back in 2006. And that was that I started a small blog where I was reviewing other people's products. And I was reviewing their products from a user perspective. So if you are really into film, you could start a photography or a video blog that was all about reviewing different cameras, reviewing different editing software, reviewing different things that people buy when they're getting into photography or film. What this does is it puts you in an authority position on the topic, even if you're just getting started in a new hobby. For example, if there's an interest that is really compelling you right now, but you're new to it, as you're going through that process, you're gonna be buying books, you're gonna be buying products, you might be buying courses, you're gonna be buying all kinds of things as you develop this new hobby. So as other people come into the marketplace, as other people start to go into that hobby, they'll find your blog and your review. And the fact that you're not an expert actually makes it more accessible for people who are just getting into this game. For example, when I started taking YouTube a little bit more seriously, I was looking into upgrading some of my webcams or the cameras that I was using, and I was really intimidated by a lot of the videos that were out there because they were all made for people who were professionals. I needed somebody who was just like getting into it like I was. And those were the most helpful channels for me. Those are the most helpful reviews and blogs that I read because I didn't know what the professionals were talking about half the time. So if you're getting into a new hobby, or if you've already got something that you're really excited about, reviewing the products that you purchase is a great way to build authority, but also build traffic to your YouTube channel or to your website, because other people are searching for that product and they're also searching for reviews about that product. So the more that you write about those products, or the more that you talk about them on a podcast or a YouTube channel, the more exposure you'll have. And the way you'll monetize that is by using your affiliate links for those products. And if you are honest in your approach and you recommend some of them and you recommend other people stay away from others, you'll build up trust and authority, and people will choose to buy through your affiliate links, even knowing that you're gonna make a few bucks from it. Now, the thing that makes this really powerful is if you start building an email list along with the reviews that you are doing on your blog. So as you are reviewing products, you're gonna get a lot of free traffic from YouTube or from Google as you start to rank for certain keywords. If you put those people onto an email list, they're already trusting of your opinion because they watched your review. As you go through your journey and you recommend other YouTube channels, or if you do additional pieces of content, or you review other products, people are going to trust your opinion and read the stuff that you put out there about it. It also gives the opportunity to write emails to your list that promote other courses or other products as an affiliate. And that's a really good way to monetize your following in a cool and ethical way. I personally do not like sponsorships. I do not like it when somebody trades their audience directly for dollars. I personally don't like that, and most of us don't. Even most influencers don't like doing them. But people love to buy things. And if it's coming from an honest review or an honest recommendation, then it can be a way to monetize your audience, but also continue to build trust and authority with the people who follow you. Now, the way that I did this was I just put all of my attention into reviewing products on my blog. I ranked for keywords on Google, and it was how I made my first $10,000 a month. Was I was ranking for certain product names. People would find my blog, read the review, buy from my affiliate link, and sometimes they would get onto my email list. And get this, some of those people who found me back in like 2006, 7, and 8 still follow me to this day, even though I'm no longer talking about the things that I was talking about way back when. So it's a great way to start building your audience and also generate income. The fastest way to get to $10,000 a month, and the best way to get there, is by hitting the like button on this video.
Turn it blue right now.
I'll send you no, I'm not actually gonna send you $10,000 a month, but you will help other people find this video and discover the actual best way to get to $10,000 a month in profit, which is to buy it. I mean this. The fastest way to get to $10,000 a month in profit is to buy a business that is already producing $10,000 a month in profit. For example, I love to buy content sites that are already ranking in Google, that already have audiences, and that are already spitting off profit. I love to buy those sites because the income is already there, it's somewhat passive, and they've got momentum for you to build off of. Now, I know that this is intimidating to some of you who have never built a business or bought a business in the past, but there are a ton of businesses for sale that you can acquire and have the income there for you already and make you a full-time entrepreneur right away. This is how some of the richest people in the world generate their wealth, but it's also the fastest way to get into the game when you are first starting. And the best part of this is that when you buy internet businesses, by and large, their valuations are still fairly low compared to other types of investments. That's especially true for content sites or small physical product selling sites. But if something is doing under $1 million in sales, you can often buy them surprisingly cheaply. And there's all kinds of lending programs and debt available to be able to buy businesses. You'd be shocked at how simple and easy it can be to acquire a profitable business with very little money out of your pocket. That really is the fastest way to get there because you don't have to have an idea, you don't have to come up with the strategy, you don't need to make major decisions except looking for the right business that fits your skill set and your interest level. So if you're into football or you're into gaming or you have some sort of hobby, you can go out and find websites or businesses that specialize in that area of interest. And you can just be the person who acquires it, and sometimes even the management stays in place, so you're just the owner. You don't even do anything. So for those of you who are a little bit more sophisticated or looking to really make a go at this, that is my recommendation to at least consider because it's the fastest way to get to $10,000 a month. Of course, there's other ways to get there as well. For example, if you're looking to start your own thing, I'm the guy who wrote the book about building $1 million business with profit margins between 20 and 40%. That is a physical product business. It's what I talk about inside of my book, 12 Months to 1 Million. You can also download some of our free resources over at capitalism.com/start to help you choose what product you want to sell and get your launch plan and help you have a strategy for building a profitable business. This is what we do here at capitalism.com. We help entrepreneurs build businesses and invest the profits. So subscribe to the channel because this community has all kinds of success stories that will really surprise you, and we continue to share those here on the channel. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make the like button blue, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.